Hello. My name is Katy Pracht Phares, and I'm the general coordinator of MicroOperas. This year we have 4 MicroOperas composers who have put together pieces for us, and we will be debuting this group of works on February 18th at 8:00 p.m. here at Bryan Hall in the music building at Bowling Green State University. And today we are going to do our little first Instagram interview of one of our composers. This is Scroggins, and he has composed the work I'm Sorry for us. So we're just going to have Connor give us a little chat with us today. So Connor Scroggins, I've already said what your name is. Can you tell us where you're from and what your school year is, what your major is?
So I come all the way from Arkansas, a city called Malvern in south central Arkansas. I came all the way up here to Bowling Green for grad school here. I'm a second year grad school student.
Okay, wonderful. Here at Bowling Green State. And so are you a composition major?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. And do you play an instrument, or are you a musician outside of just being a composer?
I play horn and I also sing.
You're a singer?
Yes, I used to be in the collegiate chorale here at BGSU.
Wonderful, wonderful. So that gives you some insight as to what singers might need when you're composing for singers, for opera.
Oh yes, definitely.
That's wonderful. And then do you take voice lessons or horn lessons here, or is it pretty much just composition for you?
It's been mainly just composition here at BGSU.
So you focused on composition here. Great. So can you just tell the audience how you became a composer?
So it was when I was in high school, and I was very much into a lot of classical, like 19th century music, and also a lot of film music, and I wanted to compose something. I wanted a kind of music that took the things I love from both of them and put them together, and so I started composing on a program that emulated an 8-bit sound card, and trying to make this kind of music that way. And from there, I started composing more with that, and then went on to college and started getting composition lessons, and then really dug into like chamber music and other styles way outside of what I was familiar with. And that's pretty much what I've brought with me to grad school here at BGSU.
Wonderful. So for our audience who doesn't really have an idea, a sense of what an 8-bit sound card sounds like, what a composer, who is a composer that might have done something like that they could use as a reference?
Like it mainly goes back to old video game music, like Super Mario Brothers, or if you hear someone like on a really old like Game Boy and they're playing something and you hear these like very obviously electronic beeps or tones or something, that's very much the sound that I started composing with.
Oh, I love that. That's really descriptive, and I think many of us can identify with the gaming, especially from a few years ago. That's wonderful. So, and did you write your libretto for this show?
Yes, I did.
You did. Wonderful. And what did you have to do to put together the libretto? Did the libretto come first? Did the music come first?
The libretto came first. The idea for what I wanted to do musically was there. I didn't have specifics down. It would have to be like, once I have the libretto, that's what I'm going to specifically do with the music.
So the words are informing the sounds that you hear in your head when you're composing it.
Yes.
Great, wonderful. So for our audience, because this is a teaser to let you know what you get to look forward to, can you tell us in like 5 sentences what your micro-opera, first, what's the name of your micro-opera, what is it about generally, who might be a couple of characters in it, all of the characters in it?
So my micro-opera is named I'm Sorry. It's about this character named Xander, and they are meeting with old friends, reminiscing on how Xander realizes that Xander themselves did things in the past that they regret. They thought they were helping their other 2 friends in the micro-opera, Petra and Vita, but Xander realizes they really did not. They were misguided. Their moral compass, or inner light as I call it in the micro-opera, was very much not in the best interest of Xander's friends, and it's about Xander apologizing to them and their friends being there for Xander and finding a way to help Xander.
Oh, at the end. Oh, great. So is there an unusual theme or an instrumentation or something that is specific to your style of writing for this opera that is kind of, it sounds like a sad story. Is there anything that is lyrical in it, or is it, what kind of sound world can we think about hearing?
It's very much a lot of extended techniques in both of the voice and the piano. If you look at what the pianist is doing, they're doing a whole lot of bending over and doing things inside of the piano, like plucking strings or muting strings while keying them, or even grinding some lower strings at some points. And the voices are either whispering or at one moment just talking or doing Sprechstimme, this mix between talking and singing. So it's very much creating this malleable sort of sound world where the timbres of the voice and the piano have these moments where they can meld with each other, and it's a way to engage with the feelings of Xander and the flow of conversation and emotions that the characters, all three characters, share.
And it sounds like anxiety might come into that too.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Ways. And having, you know, thoughts happening in your head in the background. That idea that the different sounds happening, whispering and things like that. That might call to it. That's really great. So and what inspired you to compose for this story? What was this? Where was that born?
It was very much from my own experience of realizing that there have been times in my past where I wanted to help other people, and I thought I was doing the right thing, and I look back and I was like, oh yeah, there were people at the time telling me to think about it this way, or, you know, challenging me, and yeah, I just wasn't seeing it their way, and I realized, yeah, they had a point, and I would like to, if I got the chance, I would like to heal, make things right, apologize if I could.
Oh, I love that. That's wonderful. I think many of us can identify with that, especially right now. That's wonderful. So, and just to wrap up here, how does this piece fit into your compositional style in general? How would you describe your compositional style? Is this an example of that?
I would say it's very much an example of like my general compositional style of using extended techniques, thinking, how do I blend timbres? How do I make a sound world where I can weave through different timbres that instruments or voices might share that we don't think they share. This is my first time writing an opera, though, so it's been a very interesting venture into how to not just create an instrumental-oriented piece with voices, but something that involves text, and having that added dimension of there are concrete words, there's a concrete plot going on, and weaving that into the music, like with tone painting or word painting. I'm blanking on which one it is right now. And conveying not just the flow of some abstract like musical meaning I'm thinking of, but how that connects to the text, how the text is driving that flow.
Wonderful. And is this, so now that you've been bitten by the bug, are you interested in writing more opera too?
Oh yes.
Wonderful. Good. Well, I look forward to hearing more from you. And I heard we were able to sit through a run through of the piece last night, and it's very exciting and interesting and fabulous textures, and the performances are really wonderful. So looking forward to seeing it shift into the theater too. So thank you, Connor, so much for joining us and telling us a little bit about yourself. Just wanted to offer, is there anywhere that we can find out more about you and your work? Do you have a website or a Facebook page or any other social media thing?
A website is on the way. I actually do not have a website yet.
Okay.
I have Facebook.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm not very active on social media.
All right, so maybe reaching out to you, coming in person and seeing the show, and then you can chat afterward with Connor Scroggins, who will be here. on February 18th. So again, the show is at 8 o'clock p.m. in Bryan Hall at BGSU, and we will be live streaming on YouTube. The BGSU music page is youtube.com/user/BGSU music. So that's where you will find us. If you can't be with us in person, we hope you will be. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.